Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about my 5 favorite young adult series because I have been kind of going through my collection of books and rearranging them and choosing the ones that I don't want to keep and finding new homes for them. And I noticed that there were boxes that I was like, okay, totally not even gonna touch this box because it has pretty much my most prized possessions when it comes to books. I'm only gonna talk about the first book of the series. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is my favorite series of all time, and then the rest of the books is just gonna be in random order. So my favorite book or series of all time is Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead. I think this is pretty much what catapulted me to being a bookworm, and I just absolutely love the characters. I love the action and the loyalty and everything like that. Obviously it's about vampires, but it's kind of like a different kind of vampires. So there's half human, half vampires, which are called Dhampir. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then there's also Strigoi, which are like the evil vampires that have no soul and whatever. And then what was the other one? Oh, the other one is called Moroi, and those are like the pure vampire blood, and they have specific abilities, if you would. And basically they have something to do with the elements fire, water, air, I think earth as well. And then there's one specific element, which is spirit, that is very special but also a dangerous ability. So I just absolutely love this. I would say if you saw the movie and if you're thinking about reading the books, I would definitely read the books. Like the main character Rose is so badass that I felt like it wasn't done a good justice in the movie. But I mean, I'm sure they did their best. I just really enjoyed the book more than the movie itself. And I think that a lot of readers loved this series so much that the author created a spin-off series, which is actually called, what is this called actually? I don't even know. Maybe the Bloodline series, because the first book is called Bloodlines and it's about Sydney, and she's an alchemist. She is like, she has I guess magic in her blood or something like that. So yeah, I have read the first 2 books of this series. I haven't read the rest of it, unfortunately, but eventually I'm gonna get there and I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. Also, a fan favorite character is in this book and pretty much is become one of the main characters, and it is the vampire Adrian. So yeah. The next book that I want to talk about is something that I read in the recent year or so, and this is the Carrier of the Mark series. There's 2 books in this series so far. The author is supposed to write the 3rd series, I think, but it hasn't happened yet, and I'm patiently waiting because I really want to know what happened. And I've had this ARC, which is Advanced Reader's Copy. I've had it for the longest time. And then I decided one day, you know, I'm just gonna read it and see, you know, see what it's all about, see if it's any good. And oh my gosh, I fell in love with the characters that I went ahead and bought the 2nd book as soon as I read this. So basically this one is about a girl named Megan, and she's attracted to this guy named Adam. But basically, again, this is another book that deals with the elements air, water, fire, and earth. And you know, it's really awesome. I don't know how to really explain it. It's been a while since I read it, but I remember absolutely loving it, devouring the book. And the 2nd book is even crazier, that after you read it, I'm like, oh my gosh, what else happened? Like, is there gonna be a 3rd book? I googled it and everything. There's supposed to be a 3rd book, but I'm just like, what would happen in the 3rd book? Because the way the 2nd book ended was so crazy. But I don't know, I love the way the author writes. It's very full of like imagery and things like that, and I can really picture what's going on. So I really love this book. If you haven't tried reading it, check it out. Borrow it from the library or something. It's amazing. The third book in my list is the Personal Demons series by Lisa DeRoche, and I actually met the author, and actually I met the author for the Vampire Academy as well, Rochelle Mead. She's awesome. But I met her when I was just first starting out getting into books, and it's really awesome. This book is so interesting. It's about angels and demons. Well, specifically one angel and one demon, and a human, obviously. And there was something about the way that she described the characters and the way that they felt that really spoke to me. It's one of the very first books that I read and really got into, but it's so cool. And then I think it was either in the second or third book that the author takes you to hell and kind of paints a picture of what hell looks like in her imagination, and it was really awesome. So it's a trilogy, and I would really highly recommend this book because it's just such a fun read, easy read, and you know, it kind of takes you to a different world that you would otherwise never be in, because obviously in human form you're not going to go to heaven or hell when you're still alive. So anyway, that just got morbid really quickly. But check this out, it's so amazing. I really recommend this series. The next book is actually in a volume, so there's two books in this little copy that I have, and this is the Morganville Vampires series. So I don't know if you can tell already, but when I first started reading, when I first got into it, I read everything vampire because I think that was the hype at the time. And I love the volume versions of this series because there's like two books in one, and I love the covers. The covers are so pretty. But this one is so addicting. I just love everything about it. Like, the main character's name is Claire, and then she has three friends that, you know, they look out for each other, crazy vampires, and I don't know, it's just really awesome. Unfortunately, I haven't finished the whole series because I don't have all the books yet. You can really get attached to the characters. They're not that hard to like, really. They're all amazing. Okay, the very last series that I want to talk about is the one series that I give credit to for bouncing back from my first ever and only breakup. I felt lost and I didn't know what to do, and then somehow I saw Blair from Juicy Star 07 here on YouTube talk about the series, and then I was like, why don't I check it out from the library? So I checked out Marked by PC and Kristen Cast from the House of Night series, and from then on I was hooked. I read all the book I could at the time, and then after that I was like, what else is there to read? That's when I picked up the Vampire Academy series, and then it all just went from there. Everything is history. This book is what gave me, I guess, what gave me 1,000 life when I thought I'd lost one. I mean, that sounds super dramatic, but you know, when you first go through a breakup, it's like, oh my gosh, my life is over, blah blah blah. I didn't think that was the case with me, but I felt lost, and books kind of helped me learn who I am and what I want in life. And also, there's this thing that goes around Facebook, it's like a meme or something, that when you're a reader, you live 1,000 lives or maybe 1,000,000, but when you're not, you just live one life. And I really just love that because I get to live in all of these worlds and become a different person each time. And this one started off basically in a school where she was picked. I still don't quite understand how you get picked to go into the House of Night school, but oh my gosh, the ups and downs of this is so interesting and gripping. And unfortunately, I haven't read the whole series either. I think the series is finished by now, but Towards the end of it, I think it got a little bit more magical than what I liked. It was kind of veering away from vampires a little bit, so I kind of stopped reading it for a while and I haven't gotten back to it. So I definitely would recommend it if you're into vampires. It's so good, like seriously. I devoured all the books I could of this series when I first started it. So, and again, I feel like this book saved me. So I feel like I owe it to this book to always put it in my favorites, no matter what list that may be, because yeah, it's a really good series. I really recommend it. And that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you could tell me your favorite young adult series in the comments, and then also let me know if you want to see more like different genres, favorite romance novels maybe, favorite, what is it, paranormal, things like that. And I definitely would be filming more of that if you let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!